Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Lutfi Wibawa from International Master Business Administration, Page 82, Yogyakarta. Today, I want to present my thesis defense. The title is Sustainable Strategies for Subsidized Housing Development, a case study of PT Trimuda Digdaya Utama. My thesis advisor is Novi Iman Vidya Kemal, and it's been a pleasure to present my thesis defense in the front of Board of Examiner. Next is the introduction or background. The first one, we can see in the news that Kadin Jawa Tengah dukung Himpera Jateng dalam mewujudkan perumahan berkualitas dan terjangkau, which mean that Indonesia Subsidized Housing Initiative in 2019 aimed at providing affordable housing for low-income individuals and families. And the government role is highlighted as crucial, providing financial aid and support to facilitate access to housing, improving living standard, and demonstrating a commitment to social welfare and economic development. But the problem is, the demand in Ungaran Timur is 230 units. Meanwhile, the data from Sikumbang, the Sikumbang is a data from website, and the website is based on from Himpera, shows that the quota for Ungaran Timur is 170 units. Next, the Semarang Regency has a high demand for subsidized housing due to its growing industrial sector because it's near to factories like Sido Muncul, Coca-Cola, Visionland, and etc. And PT Trimuda can develop the Lemah Ireng Indah cluster near these industrial areas. But with the high demand for subsidized housing in areas like Bawen and Ungaran Timur, is make the PT Trimuda to expand the opportunities to subsidized housing, which mean that it can be the leverage strategic location, improving construction quality, and collaborating with government programs. Also, the research question there is three. What are the key factors driving supply and demand for subsidized housing? And second is how company catch the opportunity from this phenomenon. And the third what is company capability strategy to be sustainable competitive edge in the subsidized housing business. And the research objective is there is 3 points. The first one is understand the sustainable demand for subsidized housing. Second is identify key factor driving demand for subsidized housing. And third, develop effective strategies for future demand. And for the previous research, there is four researchers, which means they have a finding out to subsidize housing. And most of them is just highlighting the economic and social impact of the region. And the first one is discussing in Banda Aceh, and the second is explored housing market behavior, and the third is highlight the benefit of subsidized housing, especially in developing countries. And then the last is the Finjelden said that to fund the subsidized housing enable low-income individuals to become homeowner. But in the remarks, for the four researchers, is just focusing on the short-term sustainable business, not on the long-term sustainable business for this subsidized housing. That's why the author fill the gap for this researcher. Next, there is a theoretical framework. The author using the theoretical framework is the first one is the institutional void theory. Blue ocean strategy for the tools is ERRC framework. ERRC is mean eliminate, reduce, raise, and create, and resource-based view, dynamic capabilities, and VRIO framework. The connection to event study is for the first one is institutional void is the institutional gaps in emerging markets, inefficiency in subsidized housing provision, which means event studies can measure the impact of government intervention with the new policies or subsidies or housing market performance. And for the ERRC framework, is identifies unique strategies in untapped market, and event studies can analyze how market respond in shift after the introduction of innovative subsidized housing. And the RBV is evaluate how firms use unique resource to gain competitive advantage. And dynamic capabilities is focusing on sensing, seizing, and transforming opportunities. And VRIO framework is which is the subsidized housing business is well organized by the company. And of course, the data collection and sample selection, the author using the purposeful sampling with the key informant. The first one is the developer in PT Trimuda Digdaya Utama, senior housing expert, team home office, and policymaker, and also 10 of the respondent profile of resident of Lemah Ireng Indah cluster. Why 10 is because the author using the deep interview and being aligned by the connecting by the data to the thesis, which means the days of survey in interview is just 8 July 2024 until 14 July, just 6 days. And the data collection in result that for the CEO of PT Trimuda Digdaya Utama say that the subsidy plus strategy is enhance the quality of subsidized housing without violating government regulation, with offer higher specification, better roof tiles, stronger walls, and focus on customer satisfaction. And for the director of PT Buana Karya Jaya say that the subsidized housing is highly relevant in developing areas like Semarang due to high demand from factory workers. And from the representative of DPT Himpera, Central Java, I said that to provide support and information about government policies to encourage housing development for low-income communities. And with Yatmoko and Attitude Nur Triyatmoko, the point is the marketing strategy focus on factory worker communities near the housing location. And the commissioner of PT Buana Karya Jaya is said that they emphasize of the importance of maintaining trust with customer by consistently delivering high quality subsidized housing, because it can make the building strong relationship between not only the customer but also the government and private sector partner. And lastly, is the Lemah Ireng Indah residents say that is the express satisfaction with the quality construction of an affordable pricing and strategic location. And many residents recommended this subsidized housing to friends and families. And uh, goes to the result. The result in the institutional voids in the finding is some subsidized housing addressing market inefficiency by providing affordable option for low-income workers. And the quotation is from the DPT Himbara in representatives is that the subsidized housing sector has the capacity to enhance Indonesia economic well-being, and consumer satisfaction is using the theory of blue ocean strategy, but more likely in the tools ERRC is the raising quality and create unique offering to meet specific market needs. And the quotation is the construction period is really fast with 3 months and I can live in immediately. And the next is the competitive differentiation is using the RB view is the leveraging unique resource like location and quality material to gain advantage. And the supporting quotes is the specification provide are very good and the building material are of high quality in the PT Trimuda marketing staff. And for the adaptability and growth from the dynamic capabilities is sensing and seizing market opportunities, which mean that supporting quotes is from the director of PT Trimuda. With the demand increasing, we're planning to expand to meet the needs in Ungaran Timur. So the previously in Bawen, and next expand in the Ungaran Timur because of the needs of supply and the demand, like I said before. And the government support is the regulation as 120/2023 is provides framework for subsidized housing, development improving accessibility and quality standard. And the VRL framework is shows that the PT Trimuda Digdaya Utama have a very well organized to operate and uh, to run the business of subsidized housing. And the supporting codes is government incentives and subsidized make these housing programs viable for developer and consumers alike. Next is the table of the VRIO. We can see that the lot of yes rather than no, which mean that the the PT Trimuda Digdaya Utama has a power or have a organized and exploited by organization by the business of the subsidized housing, which mean that the PT Trimuda Digdaya Utama not only have the capability but well organized too. And next is the conclusion, implication, and limitation. The conclusion is PT Trimuda Digdaya Utama can capitalize on the subsidized housing situation by focusing on low income, demographic, and offering affordable housing option, and can attract by leverage the blue ocean strategy to create new market region with reduced competitor and enhancing customer value and collaborating with the government can improve customer satisfaction and loyalty. Key factor driving supply and demand for subsidizing include economic condition, government policies, and market segmentation. Also, urbanization and population growth, financial accessibility, and community engagement. The company capability strategies focus on dynamic capabilities by the reallocating resource effectively and sustainable development by have land in the Ungaran Timur to make the expansion. And the implication is PT Trimuda Digdaya Utama sustainability initiative provide benefits such as building trust, attracting clients, and ensuring financial stability by engage with local communities and incorporating their demands into housing project and adhering to regulation, the company can differentiate itself and create positive impact. And lastly is the limitation. The limitation is the research on subsidized housing in Semarang might require more comprehensive data and diverse sustainability metric for a comprehensive understanding. While not universally applicable, a holistic approach can provide value insight for practitioner and policymaker. Thank you. Uh, Pardon if there are any mistake sentence and have pronunciation mistakes too. But I'm really glad to have a discussion and advice from the board of examiner and my thesis advisor. Thank you.